Last we left off, we were in a cave fighting some trappers, thieves. We don't really know, but what they were doing didn't really seem legal. We began to search the cave, finding a bunch of animals that were being captured and transported to who knows where. Felix decided in his heart to free them, making a little friend along the way. As we continued to explore, we found a weird magical pond that we're not really sure what it does, but we took some water in a vial, and we're going to have Felix do some testing on it later. To continue exploring, we eventually found a woman who appeared to be some type of prisoner as she attacked us.
Let's begin. Where we last left off, our brave adventurers made their way to the village of Northbray, a small little outpost that is the home to the Priest of Miracles, a Yorvan who is said to be able to heal people from impossible conditions. But when they got there, they realized that an envoy from the king of the land was attacked and taken upon by bandits, by mercenaries, and only one man survived, supposedly. He begged for help before collapsing and dying in the town center, and a search and rescue party was put together to find everyone. Now, you ventured out on this search and rescue party after conversations with the various members of this party and found a cave where the mercenaries and bandits were residing. Once in the cave, after dispatching them, you were able to find several remnants of what appeared to be a poacher's ring. And in the main tent, you found a letter with orders to disrupt the trade routes of Aemon Silrora, the king and head of the Bestiary Guild. You also found a pool full of glimmering water that seemed to have some magical property. You're not entirely sure what. And Felix, you managed to take a little vial of the water for inspection later. You also managed to steal a pelt that seemed to have some sort of magical property. And you found a little friend in another room, a one-winged Scotavulpus who seemed to be juvenile and seemed to be part of this poaching ring that you were able to rescue. Before finally, you went into the final room, and you came upon a covered bundle on the ground. Upon investigation, Treos, you went to go look and were immediately attacked by the figure. You see this stately, slightly ruffled half-orc woman in her late middle ages, and she is immediately attacking you with a knife, which is where we left off. So to start this session off, I would like everyone to roll initiative for me. All right. Starting off, anyone 25 to 20? 20 to 15?
19.
19?
17.
17?
16.
So 19 Felix. Who said 17?
Kai.
Hi.
All right. Who was next? Someone else said something?
16. Treos.
Treos 16. Okay. And 15 to 10.
10.
10? Okay. All right. So as we begin, first things first, the three of you, Felix, Treos, and Kai, or not Treos, you were attacked. Felix, Reese, and Kai, you all see as this bundle bursts up and this glinting knife goes straight for Treos. Felix, you're at the top of the order. You don't have to attack. This isn't necessarily combat, but you have the fastest reaction time here. What are you doing?
There's a potion that's already sped its way over towards Treos as I cast Sanctuary.
Excellent. Okay.
So any creature who targets the warded creature has to make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed, they lose the attack if they can't attack a different creature. But I believe that Treos is the only creature next to him.
Yes. Yes, he is. Perfect. All right. So as you all see, Felix immediately throws out a potion. And Kai, you are next.
Okay. I have a giant beam come out of my chest. I'm kidding. No. How close am I to this person?
I would say Treos wandered up to investigate first, but the rest of you weren't far behind. You're probably like 10 feet back.
Okay. Then I'm going to run up and try and just like not attack her, but kind of like if she's like stabbing like psycho like overhead, I kind of just like grab the arm. And like
yeah, you can. I would say roll to grapple then. So that's going to be for you a dexterity because you're trying to go for her hand, her moving hand.
Just a check.
Just the check.
A nat 20 for a 21.
And she rolled a 2. That is definitely going to, as you see as the knife comes straight for Treos, you're able to grasp onto her arm and hold it back. And then we get to Treos. As this woman is attacking, what are you doing?
I guess that. Am I just kind of like held around like around the neck with a knife, like getting ready to come down the other hand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just see if I can wiggle out of the grip then, especially with all that going on.
Yeah, and I will. Yeah, then I will say, you roll a dex too, and she's gonna try and keep a hold of you, but her arm is pulled back, and a potion just appeared. So.
Okay. That is a 17.
Yeah, you're able to flip right up. Which brings us to her. She is going to try and get out of your grip. And she is not going to succeed. But
Do I need to roll anything for that?
not for this one. She was going to try and attack you to get out of your grip. And 3 doesn't hit. So
Nope.
you see as she's just struggling, her arm is pulled back, trying to get out. But we do get to you, Reese.
Well, everyone seems to have it covered. So, if we're still close by, I think I'm gonna hang. If Felix hasn't pushed, I think I'm gonna stay back by Felix,
Okay.
just in case.
And I will say-
kind of see if she tries to run out,
Mhm.
try and stop her.
She's pretty well and grappled by Kai, so she's not necessarily going anywhere just yet. But I will say now that, she's grappled, Treos is out of danger, we can step out of initiative. And you see she's just going to stand there trying to struggle her way out.
Just kind of coughing him over like, okay, what are you doing? What did you not hear anything that just went on in back behind us? Like who are you?
You see as she pulls herself up and she looks at you. You know who I am. You are one of the bandits.
That
Are you not?
have we?
What do you mean? What happened out there?
That how long have you been in the cave? Didn't you hear all the noise that was going on back there? The bandits just kind of like. Do you know what's going on?
In case you hadn't noticed, and she points at the chains on the ground that had clearly been broken out of. Let go of me, and she's gonna take her arm back. I've been back here for 3 days. I have no clue what's going on out. Who are you?
We came here because bandits are causing trouble in the town. Like we caught wind of something horrible going on. We didn't hear anything about a prisoner. All we thought was just gonna be like missing crates or food gone.
Yes, well, I've been here, so I'm not entirely. Let's start again. I am Alis Mornhell. I am the. I will spell that in a moment for you guys if you want. I saw you all jolt. I am Alis Mornhell. I am the second in command of the Bestiary Guild, and I've been here for 3 days.
And
Now,
no one's gone looking for you?
well, I imagine when we were attacked, no one survived.
Hmm.
Look,
Well-
I'm not sure who exactly these men were, but it was a targeted attack. It was not an accident, and there's no reason to kill someone high up that they could use. So, if you'll excuse me, I am going to get out of here. I am rather sick of these walls. And she's going to go to move past you.
Yeah, we understand, but if you need someone to rest, there's a town close by. Some of the people there helped us out, so they'd be happy to know that someone
North
is
Red.
safe.
Is that's the close by town?
Yes.
Excellent. That's where I was headed, so that's where I will go. Excuse me.
Also, just so that you're not alarmed, there are like dead people in there, and I don't want you to like get worried about that. But it's gonna be okay.
She's going to pause. Did you kill them all?
I didn't kill anyone. I promise.
Did the rest of you kill them all?
They tried to kill us first. Take that as you will. But
See?
in all honesty,
They shot me right here.
they did shoot him. In all honesty, you seem like a perfectly capable woman, but you did get beat by these guys. So, do you want an escort back to North Bray? We'd be happy to oblige.
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it?
No, not really. We can though.
You weren't sent to rescue me.
No.
Well, I would appreciate the help. Is North Bray far, or?
No, what took us less than a day to get here.
Excellent. Well, let's go. Since you've so effectively cleared out any evidence of anything going on here, I would have loved to have a prisoner to interrogate, but
Do you want to ask Elliot any questions?
who is Elliot?
Come here, Elliot.
And you see as Elliot just sort of skitters out from behind you and flaps his one wing and goes. She just looks down at him. Where did you find a Scotavulpus?
Over there.
Over. Goodness. All right, well, let's be on our way. Unless there is anything else. No? Excellent. And she's going to make her way slightly unsteadily, but you can see that she's trying to keep her composure. She's not entirely as calm as she's pretending to be, but she straightens her ornate cloaks and strides down the hallway.
I'm gonna lean over to Reese. Do you think that she would have any use for any of the stuff that we got from Mr. Allister? Or should we not mention that?
I don't know what's in there. I mean, we'll take a look at it. If we find anything, we can offer it.
Okay.
But we should take a look at what's in there first before we.
Right. Okay. She kind of reminds me of him.
Because she's grumpy and a little rude.
Well, she's probably just tired, though.
Yeah.
And she's had a long day, just like Mr. Allister was always saying.
Well. Yeah. and you kind of Reese is just kind of not like stare down this woman, but just kind of like side eyeing this woman as she walks ahead of the group, kind of not really paying attention to what's going on.
This was a good conversation.
Yeah.
As you all step back out into the main cave, you see Lilith is sort of slumped against the wall, and she's kind of blinking the sleep out of her eyes as she sits up and she sees you all and blinks again and quickly stands up to meet you all. What did I miss?
We've got a new friend, so that's fun.
Who are you? And the woman goes, I'm Alis Mornhell. And Laylis just sort of holds out her hand. Laylis. Cool. Is there anyone else that needs killing or killed or?
I think we're good. Check out all these other caves. So we're pretty good here. Let's go get you rested up.
Cool. Well, what are the odds these bodies will be here in the morning?
Hi.
Probably pretty high.
We'll talk about that later.
Or we just don't have to. We could just not talk about it.
You and I would talk about it just a little bit.
Wait, why wouldn't we talk about why wouldn't we talk about it?
It's just in case anyone from those bandits might be looking for their friends.
Oh, but we can tell like the good guys about it, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
All right. At this point, you see as Laylis is just gonna start stumbling towards the entrance, and you actually see the form of Breda peek her head in. You guys okay in there? You've been in there for a while. Yeah. And she's gonna take a look at Laylis and they're gonna turn back around and start making their way out. Is there anything else you want to do or check out or steal while you're in here, or?
In here, no, but on the way back to town, I'm gonna want to talk to what's her name?
Lilith?
No, the
Alis.
Prison.
Yeah. What is it? Ayla?
ALIS MOURNHELL. All right. As you finally step out of this cave for the first time in what is actually probably a couple hours, blinking at the daylight, which is slowly turning into night. The sounds of the forest are twinkling around. You hear some birds overhead. You hear the rustling of the undergrowth. But for such a strange afternoon, it's almost like the forest doesn't seem to notice that it's supposed to be a weird day. But you make your way. You follow Laylis and Breda, know the path back to town. You make your way back. Not really seeing any of your other companions, but you have some hopes that they might be back in town when you get there. And eventually, as you walk, is there anything you'd like to talk about? Any conversations you would like to have?
Well, I'm gonna talk to Alis.
Yeah.
You can go up to her and be like, so if this is confidential, don't tell me, but what were you coming to Northbright for?
We were on our way to escort the Priest of Miracles to the Gilded Gate. There's a ceremony that we would like to conduct to honor him and his commitment to the medical arts.
Yeah. You know he's a sham, right?
I know nothing of the sort.
Yeah.
If you know something...
Okay. No is a strong word. Felix.
Yeah.
So you remember how we were talking about, the priest in there and how, like, you were talking about those runes, right?
Yeah, the chaos magic runes that are all around the church.
Yeah. You want to describe that for Ayla here?
Okay, yeah. And I'm going to take out the stack of papers that I have, and I'm going to start showing each rune individually. Like, okay, so this one was on the rock that was like kind of right next to the door, but to the right. And it means this. And then I'm just going to continue going for each paper. And basically, it's just like the one that we found in Just's place. Oh, you should meet Just. He's pretty interesting. And then I'll continue along just nonstop, explaining chaos magic.
Probably at like the 5th or 6th rune, I will pause him and be like, "Oh, that's good enough. Thanks, Felix."
Okay. Bye.
Is he? Whose child is that?
Great question. It's a professor at Mulehessen's, and we're on our way there to drop him back off. We've been he came with us for kind of like a experiential learning experience.
Yeah, I was in a bottle, and I was working, and then the next day I was with these guys.
I must admit, I am more confused than I was when he started talking. What are these runes? What? To return to the topic. This priest is a sham? These runes?
Yeah,
Explain.
sham is maybe a little bit of a strong word. I don't know enough right now, but something fishy is going on.
Okay. Well,
All I will say is investigate it further while you are here. Take advantage of it.
well, we have a long road to the Gilded Gates. So, I'm sure if anything comes up, it will come up then.
Who
So
are you going back?
We're going to the Golden Gates,
Are you?
right? Yeah, we were gonna take jobs along the way. Remember?
And your business in the Gilded Gates? You know
There was
some?
no.
I
I don't know
I'm gonna-
anyone at the Golden Gates.
I'm gonna cut off Felix. It's just it's a big city, and we want to explore.
Well, you will recall. So the Gilded Gates is actually the gated community that all of the leaders live in outside of the city.
Okay.
Hence her confusion. But, well, if you find your way there, I am sure my esteemed king would be ever so grateful for your help in aiding in my safety. So, call upon us, and we will see you rewarded.
That's what I was going to say.
Present situation notwithstanding, I am usually quite capable of taking care of myself. But thank you.
Okay.
Well, you should know that these guys are the strongest guys I've ever met. They're so cool.
Hey.
Yeah. They could
That
beat
is high
anyone.
praise. They can beat anyone.
Anyone.
He's exaggerating.
Well, you did take out that entire camp of bandits. So, well, long story short, I thank you. And if you ever need any help, you have a friend in the Gilded Gates.
Thank you.
And at this point, this is about as you come up on the less gilded gates of North Bray, and you are able to make your way into the outpost. You see, as people are sort of peering out of their homes and shops, as you make your way back into town, you don't catch sight of the of Yorvan I've been messing up the names. Apologies. Yorvon is the town leader, not the priest. You don't catch sight of Yorvon, the town leader. You don't catch sight of Thrain Copperpot, who also went off with him. But you are able to make your way wherever you will in the village.
Is Yorvon the shoemaker as well?
Yes, Yorvon is the shoemaker.
Okay. I'm going to just kind of like ask around in the town and just see if like anybody else has come back besides our group. Like, especially like, I think, was it me who was with the kid that just like ran off?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure that he got back here. So I'm gonna ask if anybody's seen him.
Yeah, you can ask around. At this point, apologies, let me pull up the kid's name because I am not remembering it.
I don't remember it either.
Kayla Tristvale. So you're able to ask around, and at some point someone's like, yeah, he ran back home a little while ago. You want to check in on him? He's right over there.
He's probably dealing with a lot. I just want to make sure he's all right.
Is Yorvin coming, or are they still out there? What happened?
Haven't seen him. We rendezvoused with her, found her, brought her back, but no, haven't touched base with Yorvin in a while. What time is it? Like, how much light is left in the day?
Say it's getting on sunset.
Yeah.
It is. The sun is going down. Most people are getting ready to wrap up their work in their stores and go home, etc. At some point, Layla's is going to turn back. So I'm beat. Fucking exhausted. I'm gonna go home, but I don't know where you guys are staying tonight. I have an extra room if any of y'all want one. But I'm like dead on my feet, pun intended. But I will. Last house on the lane. Got the skull over the door. You can't miss it if you end up needing a place to stay. So, night. And she's gonna salute and just kind of do an about turn and start stumbling down the lane. Breda's just kind of gonna stand there, not sure what to do.
So, what do you do?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm a beekeeper.
that's so cool. You have to tell me more.
Well, I keep the bees. They,
Where do they live?
in their hives, right around I live in a field out there.
You live in a bee field?
I live in a house in the field with the bees around.
Oh, that's so cool. What are their names?
The bees?
Yeah.
I'll admit I've never named them. Do you name
Oh.
bees?
Well, yeah, I name everyone. If they don't have a name.
Breda's just going to kind of scratch the back of her neck and go, I don't really name them. Do they do I could name them. Actually, I could name them.
Yeah.
At this point, Aelith is going to turn to the rest of you. Is there a place to stay in this village? I imagine I will be heading out early in the morning, but is there an inn? I don't have any money or anything, but
I don't have anywhere to stay.
This is
I
our
do have a
first day
tent.
being in the town still, right?
yes.
So we could all share that.
Breda's gonna pike up and go, well, I mean, whenever anyone comes for the monthly ceremony, they stay in the church. He has bedrolls, and you just kind of anyone can stay there.
It's a good idea. Go check that out.
Okay. Well, I'm going to also go home. Back to my bees. God, I haven't fed them. Shit. And she's gonna run off. Which leaves you all with Alis as you make your way to the church. And at the top of the hill, you see the familiar stone circle around the ornate building. And as you walk in, if you walk in, you're able to see the figure of Father Jezreel, who looks up from his desk in the back as you walk in. You're back. Were you able to find anyone?
We found this lady.
Just kind of motion
And
at
he's-
Alistair. Just
Sorry.
kind of motion in direction of her.
Alis is going to step forward. Alis Mornhell, I believe we sent you a missive from the king of the land. I am here to collect you for a ceremony at the Gilded Gates, but as you can see, we were slightly waylaid, and Father Jezreel is going to just kind of blink. It is an honor. Thank you. Can I help you with anything are you okay? Was everything okay? Is everyone alive? What happened?
There weren't too many casualties, and we were able to rescue a few people. Just right now, we just need someone to rest for tonight, if possible.
Yes, of course. Let me pull out the bedrolls. We have enough space, and you can see that there's actually, this is not a pewed church. There's space in the interior, a large open space specifically for praying and for circles and all that. But he's able to rush over to what looks to be a cabinet and pull out several bedrolls and hand them to each of you. I am going to be closing up for the night, but the door stays open. You are welcome to come and go as you please. I will. If you need anything, come to my house just beyond the hill. Okay.
Thank you. Do you know where we could get something to eat?
Yes. We don't have an eating house in town, but let me see what I can find. I will. We have some stores in the back. I will scrounge something up.
Thank you.
And he is going to usher back to what looks to be a storage room.
As he's doing that, I'm going to look towards Reese and Treos, and I'm just going to be like, so, is it, what's the name of the shoemaker guy that's still not back?
Yorvan.
Yorvan. So, Yorvan, if he's not back by sundown, do we want to go find him? Make sure he's okay. We don't know if we found everything out there.
Who was last with him? Because we're just gonna end up walking in the forest in the middle of nowhere.
We know the general direction he went, right?
Yes. You had found a clearing with the original attack, and then he went off in one direction. You all kind of split off in the 4 cardinal directions. He and Thrain Copperpot went off.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure how far they went. You're not sure what they encountered.
And are they the only group that, like, so Reese went with somebody, Felix and I went with the kid, Treos went with Layla. Are they the only group that's not back, or was there another group?
They're the only unaccounted for.
Yeah.
As you guys are talking, I'm just gonna go up to Reese and tap him on the shoulder. Do you still have that necklace? Your grandfather's necklace?
No, I don't.
Who has it?
Actually, do I have it? Hold
I
on.
believe Yus
Yeah.
gave it to you upon your
Yes,
departure.
I believe I actually do have it.
Can I borrow it? I won't break it, I promise.
Yeah. Just be careful with it.
Okay,
No.
I'm gonna run off.
Okay.
Wait,
Are
Treos
you
just ran off?
Where are you heading?
Where,
You
I was
leave?
just no, I'm not leaving. I'm just heading out of their conversation. I'm gonna wait for the priest guy to return, but
Okay. Yeah, you see as Father Jezreel actually comes back around out of the storage room, and he seems to be balancing a couple of different trays of something, and you look and he's able to put them down on the altar. We don't have much, but I do keep a couple of stores for those who come and visit and stay for the monthly ceremony. You can help yourself, and you see a couple loaves of bread, some basic meal bars that have gruel and protein and all that mashed together, and a collection of what looks to be some sort of fruit.
Thank you. Sincerely,
Of course.
thank you.
I will see you in the morning. Sleep well. I hope. Well, I hope everything turns out okay. Blessed. And he leaves.
I'm trying to go get to him to talk to him if
Yeah,
I
but, I
can.
mean, he's not running.
I don't want to interrupt their conversation. Yeah. Hello, sir. Can I ask you a question or two or three or four?
Yes, of course. What can I help you with, then?
As I do this, my eyes are gonna flash really quick. Anything magic about him at all?
You will see that there is a charm that seems to be hanging around his neck beneath his robes.
Can I ask about that?
About
The
me?
charm. The charm that you have underneath your robes.
Oh, yes, of course. And he's going to pull it out. And you see what looks to be a little shard of stone, very similar to the one in your hand, hooked onto a chain. I found it in the lands where I am from. I am from Quetzal Ra, across the sea, and I found this growing up. But
And it interacts with the stones outside, right?
Well, may I ask why all the questions?
And I'm gonna hold up the
Other necklace.
yeah.
And you see as his eyes go wide, where did you get this? I haven't seen anything else like mine.
Oh, it's Reese's grandfather's.
Interesting, fascinating.
And it works with chaos magic, just like yours does.
Well, I
Right?
don't know. Mine works with the stones outside. I assumed it had come from this land, but
It's chaos magic. Do you know about chaos magic?
I have heard of it, much like anyone else in this realm.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was real. I just read it in a book. But then I saw it in Just's backyard. Gus, he's a guy. He had to like his niece, and then she was kidnapped. But it wasn't a kidnapping. It was actually okay. But he had one in his backyard, and he had the big stones too.
Why don't you? And he's going to tuck his necklace back into his shirt and look around and sort of usher you around a pillar. What? So are you able to work with these stones outside as well?
Well, we used the stones one time, and then we went into a purple place, and there were guards there.
Okay. Well, I'll admit mine has never done that. Mine only works on. Well, I've only tried it. Well, it only works when I want it to, when the stars align.
On the healing days?
Yes, once a month.
Oh, was that when the purple fog happened?
What purple fog?
Well, there was fog, right? And there was like a lady in it, and I tried to find the lady, but then I couldn't get to her, because they told me I couldn't go out in the fog by myself.
Was this recently in the?
Yeah,
Well,
like-
I will
like a
admit
couple
I know
days ago,
very
maybe.
little about purple fog, but it sounds like something the chaos magic would do.
so that's how you heal?
Yes, that is how I heal.
That's crazy. I didn't know chaos magic could heal. I can't wait to learn more about it.
Come with me, and he's going to
Okay.
step outside and out a side door.
Do any of us see him take Felix outside?
Yes, you all see him and Felix having a sort of whispered conversation. Maybe not so whispered on Felix's part, but
I'm going to immediately, as soon as I see him like go to leave with Felix, I'm going to get up and start trailing them.
okay. Are you trying to keep it hidden, or are you just?
Yes, I don't want him. I'm trying to stay within like earshot of them and like keep a visual on Felix, but I don't want him to know that I'm like following them.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you can easily tuck yourself. He's just taking Felix to one of the stones right outside the side door. So you can easily tuck yourself around the corner of the door, though I will say roll a stealth check to see if he notices.
$22.
Yeah, you are able to just kind of cross your arms and lean up against around the door jamb, and hear as Felix, Father Jezreel, pulls you up to one of the larger standing stones. This is the first one the only one my necklace interacts with. I think it's the only stone that still has some sort of magic left. But you see this symbol right here, and he's going to point to one of the symbols that seems to be 3 little circles carved in a triangle. This one, I imagine, I think, has something to do with the healing, because once a month, I am able to use the stone in my necklace, and it can heal anyone who stands within the circle. When I first came here, I tried it with many other symbols, and there was one fiasco with a duck and a goat, but other than that, it really only works with this one.
Does your necklace have that symbol on it?
It does not. And you see, as he pulls it back out again, it is just a rock.
Oh. Gus's one had, like, carvings in it, didn't it?
Yours one, it didn't have carvings in it. It was carved into a shape that fit into the runes.
Okay. Well, this one, you could, basically, there was, like, carved, and it's now this, like, the shape, right? And you could put it into the rock.
Fascinating. May I?
Yeah, of course.
And he's going to take the necklace and actually make his way around to another of the standing stones. And you see it's actually lying flat on the ground, and he kneels down in the grass and traces one of the symbols. It appears to fit this symbol as well.
Oh.
But I know
So if
better
we-
than to mess with these. So, and he's going to hand it back.
I'm just gonna roll a dice here real quick. No reason. You know what?
You're going to put it into the stone? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you slot it into the stone, and it slides straight in, and you wait. And as you wait, you see this almost purple smoke start to come out and pour over this palm stone. And it almost covers the ground around you before filling out the rest of the circle, stopping with the barrier of the circle around the church. And I would actually like you to roll a D100 for me.
Okay. 70.
70?
Yep.
All right. Now I would like you to roll a D10.
Okay. 5.
5? Okay. At this point, as the smoke overcomes, you see it almost become solid before congealing on your skin, Felix. And it hovers over your skin for a moment. And if you flash your eyes, you can see the pulsing, chaotic glow of chaos magic before sinking into your skin and just kind of staying there. And you can see, only when you flash your eyes, your skin has a bit of a purplish glow now from this fog that is just covering every inch of your body, coating it. And as you move your arm, it moves with you, leaving tendrils of smoke in its wake.
That was so cool.
Father Jezre is just, he had shouted when you put it in the stone, and now he's like, do you feel okay?
Oh yeah, I just got the purple smoke that follows me, but only, yeah.
Oh, and your necklace, it's okay? I've never
I think
seen...
so. Can I pick it up and...
Yeah, you can pull it back out. It slots right back out. You see it pulses a little and has... If you look closely enough, it seems to glow with a tiny bit less chaos magic, but not by much. But you're able to pull the necklace right out.
It's limited.
Well, yes, I that was the problem when, from what I've understood of chaos magic, I did not know that this was it, but from what I understand, when the god of chaos magic, Rohrmar, left this land, he left behind remnants, but they're not they're finite. They are not infinite.
I
Unless
wonder if you can
replenish them and
replicate
pick them
them.
up.
Maybe we need to find this guy then. Is that who the church is to?
This church is for any who needs help.
So it's not to...
No. But if anyone asks, it is to all gods.
So it's more like a hospital.
Well, hospitals use magic, or don't use magic, usually. It is a lot easier for those around you to accept your help when they believe it comes from a god.
That makes sense, I guess. I just get all my help from these bottles. Except for, well, I don't know, it's kind of foggy, but I can do some things that other people can't do.
Well, can't we all? I don't know many others who can heal with a chaos magic stone, so we all.
Yeah, that's
have
pretty
it.
cool. But how long is it gonna last?
I am not sure. It has not. It has never failed me. But
How does the strength of his necklace feel compared to the strength of the current one that I have?
the strength of the current one you have feels slightly more full than his. By your calculations, he's been doing this every month for many, many years. It's not... I would say it's about half as strong as yours.
I think you've still got some time, but I think this one has more chaos magic in it.
Well, that is good to know. Though it seems every shard does something different. or every rune
Yeah.
reacts in a different way. I'm not entirely sure. I've never experienced
I don't know.
it with
So let me make marks. What did the rune sort of look like? That our necklace reacts to.
the rune that your necklace reacts to looked almost like a how do I describe this? Almost like a swirl with a line through the top. Let me draw this and hold it up to the camera.
Like an ampersand with a line at the top part of it.
You know, annoyingly, this looks very much like a treble clef now that I draw it. But we're going with a treble clef. That's not going to show up, is it? Well, think a treble clef.
Okay, sure. Okay, well that's cool. Thanks for letting me learn about your chaos magic.
All appreciated. May I ask your silence on the matter of my necklace?
I don't like to lie.
I am not asking you to lie. I simply would like you to not advertise it.
Okay,
You see what I am doing here? I am helping people. It does not matter the reason, you know?
yeah, that's true. I'll do my best, but my dad always said that I have a habit of running my mouth, and so I'll do my best, but I don't, I'll try really hard.
You see in his eyes he's sincerely regretting sharing, but he bites his tongue and nods. Well, I think it's best you go to sleep and get your rest.
Oh, I don't
Maybe
sleep.
forget this conversation happened.
I also have a steel trap for a mind, so I'm never gonna forget. Promise you that much.
I do not need that promise. But I will bid you a good night nonetheless.
Okay, good night. And I'm gonna walk
Please
back
do not
inside.
experiment with any more runes. We don't want another duck gut situation.
Gut?
Good night. And he's going to stride off down the hill towards his house.
Hey Treos, what's a duck gut? As I'm gonna walk back in.
Well,
As you
Fuse,
walk back in, Reese is waiting at the top of the stairs for you. Like he watched all of this happen.
Oh, Reese, are you coming outside?
No, I think I'm just gonna sit out here for a little bit.
Oh, okay. It's pretty
Yeah.
nice out.
Yeah,
So,
and you
Yeah.
know we gotta keep an eye out for Yorvon and Thrain. See if they come back.
oh, can you help me with something?
Sure.
I am not supposed to mention that he has a necklace of his own. So if you can make sure that I don't tell that to anyone, that'd be great.
Awesome. Oh, remember. Speaking of necklaces, and he's gonna hold his hand out.
Oh, yeah. Here you go. It has a
Thank-
little less power than it did before. I hope your grandfather won't mind.
Well, my grandfather is dead, so I don't think he will.
Oh. Oh no, I used some of your grandfather's necklace. Ash?
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's buried somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. What happened? What,
Oh, so you know how I have that thing where I can like look and see magic? So now when I do that, I have purple smoke that comes from my body.
oh, okay.
Well, what I did is I was like, hey,
No, I don't.
I was asking about the necklace, right?
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
he was like, well, my necklace does this. And then there was this one, and it had like the 3 dots on it. And that's how he heals people every month, but he can only do it once a month. Okay? And then there was another one, and it was lying down, and it was this one, and I'll show you the piece of paper that has the symbol. And that one worked with this necklace, and this necklace, it created a huge thing of purple smoke. And then it went, and it all flew straight into me, and now it's all over.
Well, that doesn't sound very good. I hope it's not harmful.
It doesn't seem harmful.
Well, right now.
It's just chaos magic everywhere.
Well, okay. Okay. Yeah.
I am
Why
not
don't-
allowed to say anything about it.
Okay. Why don't you go inside
Okay.
and will you ask Kai to come out here? I guess.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, Kai. As I'm gonna head over to the beds.
During this time, I'm going to have been playing my lute, the one song that I know, and then I'll hear my name being called, and be like, get up and walk outside. What's up, Felix?
So, Reese wants to talk to you.
Okay. I'll walk past.
He's out
and go
there.
down the route. All right, thank you.
No problem. Hey, Treos, what's duck gut? I'm gonna keep walking inside.
Duck gut is what? What? Where'd
I
that
don't know.
come
He
from?
said the duck gut incident.
Who said duck gut?
Oh, I'm not allowed to talk about it.
The- Felix, if something terrible is going on, you could tell me, right?
Yeah, I can tell you anything except the stuff I'm not allowed to tell you because I made a promise.
Make it make sense for me to understand. Did you
Okay,
promise
and then
to
I will
lie
tell you
to
the.
promise?
I'll tell you the whole story that I told to Reese, not holding anything back. I immediately forget that I am supposed to not say anything. So that's what will happen while they have a conversation.
You will notice Alis is listening. But yeah, we can jump back out to Reese. You see as Kai steps out.
And Reese is going to be sitting on one of the steps, just kind of staring at the stones, and also kind of like staring past the stones to see if he can see Yorvan or Thrain walk in. So, Felix took the necklace that we got from Yus and put it in the stone over there, and this purplish smoke, pinkish smoke came out and just kind of enveloped him. And now he says that anytime he does his little like magic search thing, he sees chaos magic everywhere. Like it's like following him.
Okay.
Also, you were right. That guy isn't magic. He's got a necklace that he uses to channel the stone's magic through to heal people.
Okay. Well, good to know the hunch was right.
And also, we're apparently not supposed to tell anyone, but Felix told me all of this, so...
Well,
Yeah.
I already told Alis, as you heard.
Well, no, I meant like about what just happened, about what I just told you.
With
The
Felix.
the smoke and how he uses his magic and everything.
Okay. I still feel like maybe we don't have to tell all of it to Alis, but I think having friends in high places is a good thing.
Yeah, sure. Or we don't tell her. If he's helping people through his own means, and if you tell a government official, they may want to do stuff about it, and that stuff may not always be the most helpful or anything. So maybe we just don't mention it to her.
Okay. I'm kind of new with the whole government thing, so good to know.
Yeah, the government. Let's not get into it.
Okay. But about Felix,
Mhm.
the way he described the cloud or mist or whatever it was, does it sound like what we saw the other night?
Did it look? Because I saw it. Did it look like what happened when we were at Justice?
Not at Justice. Like I'm talking about like the mist that came around like through the woods.
You recall both at Yuss's and during the strange storm in the forest there was this purplish mist that at Yuss's came out of the stone before enveloping you all, and you were teleported. In the forest, it was part of this strange chaotic storm with all of these incidences. But in this case, it was that same sort of mist coming out of the stone, reacting to this, and then congealing on Felix. You don't see it anymore on him. Evidently, he does, but
It looked like the storm. It looked like when the smoke came out at Yuss's. It's the same. It's like Felix said. That's chaos. That's a conduit or something for chaos magic, and the necklace is like the key. And Jezreel has a second, less powerful, I think, key. I'm not really sure what the difference is, but he also has a key to unlock the chaos magic.
Okay. I know Felix is a powerful magic user, and that he can take care of himself, but I don't want him getting wrapped up into something that is more than he can handle.
Yeah, especially with something we don't know much about.
Yes. Especially with the other night with him running into the storm. I think he understands the power of this thing. I don't think he understands the weight of it.
Yeah.
And the risks that come with it.
He's a kid. He shouldn't have to deal with stuff like this.
No.
The
But
other
it
thing-
sounds like, or sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, it sounds like what's at home is not much better. I wish I could call it safe at least, but I don't know if neglect is safe.
I overheard him talking with Jezreel, and he said that his dad used to always say that Felix would just run his mouth. So, and I've heard some other things that his dad has said that aren't the best, but he's a kid. He can't be out in the adventuring. He can't be out doing these jobs like we are.
I just don't know. It is his choice as well, but I don't know.
The other thing, so they're Yorvan's not back.
Yes.
Are we going to be
I'm going to look for him.
Okay.
Y'all can stay, y'all can whatever. I'm going to look for him.
I'll join. It's better to have numbers.
Yeah.
Do we?
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see if Treos and Felix want to join.
I'll sit out and keep an eye and see if they come back while we're planning, and we'll go from there.
All right. I'm gonna go inside and be like, Treos, I know you were against going out to look for Yorvan before, but Reese and I are going. If you would like to join.
I mean, how late is? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll go in a bit. Okay, let me finish setting up a little bit for tonight. Okay.
When you say you'll go in a bit, do you want us to wait for you and then go together, or you catch up with us?
I'll catch up with you guys. It won't take too long. Felix,
Okay.
you going with them?
I didn't know we were doing anything. Also, Treos, remember, nobody can know about what I just told you, okay? Okay.
Gotcha.
So, all right. So, basically, what are we doing?
We're gonna go. You remember Yorvon, the
Yeah, the shoe
shoemaker?
guy.
Yeah. He's still not back yet, so we're gonna go look for him.
Oh. Okay, yeah, let's go.
All right. I'll walk outside, look at Reese, and say, Treos is, and like whisper so that Felix can't hear me. I'll be like, Treos is too tired, or I don't know. I get weird vibes from him, but he's not coming.
That's all right. That's all right. It'll be fine.
What'll be fine? As I come out the door.
Just being out this late.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If
That
Felix,
makes sense.
if you need your rest.
Oh,
needs it-
no, I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure.
I don't need to sleep, really.
Just be nice.
Well, sometimes it's nice. Other times it gets kind of lonely at night.
Well, maybe you can, teach us how to do whatever. I don't know what you do instead of sleep, but
Ooh,
maybe it'll
that could be
help us.
fun. Okay, so we're just going back into the woods?
Yeah, we're gonna follow the path. Basically, go back to right where we were and just go find Yorvon and the other guy.
All right. Yeah, you can make your way out of North Bray. Are you leaving Elliot behind? Are you taking him with you?
If he wants to stay and sleep, he's more than welcome to. Otherwise, I'm not forcing him to do anything. So if he's following, he's following. If he's not, he's not.
He's following. You'll see he sort of curled up in a corner, but as soon as you went outside, Felix, he just sort of stood up and stretched and yawned and then trotted after you. Treos, you're staying behind?
I will catch up with them. I wanted to check in on Alcy real quick.
Yeah. You will notice she has already rolled out her bedroll and is getting ready to close her eyes. Well, I hope you find your friend, but I am understandably in need of a rest.
Right, I understand. Just checking in, make sure you're okay. The last 3 days haven't been the best, I understand.
I've been through worse, but thank you.
Well, hope there's better days over at the Golden Gates. How's life and stuff over there?
Yes, well, I didn't start my life at the Gilded Gates. I went through quite a bit of my own living before I made my way to the role I am in now. So I appreciate you checking in, but I am all right.
Hard as days work. Everything okay back home? I've heard wind stuff with the king and everything. It's been hectic, to say the least.
You see as her face kind of shudders a bit, and she looks away for a moment before looking back. Yes, well, there are always going to be people who disagree with those in power, but our king chooses handling it.
Understandable. Well, if you need any help or anything, please let us know. We hope for the best, okay?
As do we.
Get
Thank
some
you.
rest. And then I head out.
I hope you find your friend.
I
And
hope
she's
so
going to
too.
turn away. The rest of you see as Treos steps out into the night air. It's a chill has fallen over the village of North Bray, but you can make your way out towards the woods, towards where Yorvin might be, and might be still alive, might not be. As you step into the forest beyond the gates of the outpost, with the night around you, the sounds of the forest at night. That is where we're going to leave this session today.